The main objective of this dialogue is to examine Uganda's development strategy and identify key priority areas for Uganda's economic transformation.
Today's dialogue comes at a time when we have gained better understanding of our economy. Results of the recent GDP series released by UBOS early this quarter confirm that the Ugandan economy is much better than previously thought.
We are looking at how do we, first of all, sustain the level of growth we are having now, and how do we accelerate this growth. And that's why the discussion today becomes very important, looking at the financing options that we have. Some people think that we should actually get more debt. Other people think we should simply tax more.
I think we need to rebuild fiscal space in this country. And rebuilding fiscal space, of course, touches on broadening the tax base.
The tax base is not a notional concept that lives on the clouds. The tax base is you and I. And when we say we must increase the tax base, it means you and I must pay more tax than we need to pay. So if we are to increase revenue mobilization, there has to be significant improvement in our compliance.
Instead of just issuing what I call a general treasury bond, issue an infrastructure bond, because you're going to borrow anyway at the same rate. So let's be very specific that, okay, now let's issue a bond for education, for the roads, for medical, but guaranteed by the government of Uganda, just as you do with the treasury bonds. You will get a lot of people who will raise all the money that we need locally for that purpose.
Where is Uganda? It's in the middle of Africa, in East Africa. Has it got a sea access there? No. Does it import and export everything through another country to be able to access the ocean? Yes. Where is it situated? It's got a lot of neighbors. Are these neighbors very important for trade? Yes. So if Uganda is situated like that, and South Sudan is 30% of its trade, what has Uganda planned? When was the last meeting between Uganda and Sudan on economic trade?
All in all, what the data is saying is that the context is complex, and that therefore it's important to build buffers, as we've been saying, strengthen the economies, think of what next, and in terms of structural reforms, one of the nice things that we see is the African Continental Free Trade Area, which we think will bring very positive effects in the region if supported by the right policies.